Let's hit it. Let's go. GM, it's time for the show. Should we do like start doing some Dr. Seuss style welcomes in the morning? GM fam, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Web3 Breakfast. A few minutes late. As you know, sometimes Mr. Dude and I, we like to get a little conversation going before we go live, and then all of a sudden, before I know it, we're late. So apologies for keeping you guys waiting. We were chatting about all things amazing for the show and you guys. So it's all good stuff, I promise. So, but we are here. Glad to be here. Gia, as you guys file in, as you take your seats in the auditorium, make sure you smash the like if you are watching over on YouTube. And if you're watching on X, just hit the heart. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That also reminds me that I'm going to post into the Jumbotron the tweet that I posted yesterday about this show today that a lot of you found out about. You're going to want to make sure that you follow those rules if you have not already, for my fellow procrastinators. Let me pin this to the space here. It's the one that says, "Hey fam, excited for another W3BC." In case you didn't know, W3BC is Web3 Breakfast Club. For anybody that didn't know that. Let's chat the latest topics and trends that matter. I flip-flopped those. I actually said latest trends and topics that matter. But we're also giving away $200 in Gotti. So go down there, do what you got to do. You got to follow the Web3 Breakfast X account. You got to follow the Gotti X account. Tag some friends. We tweet that out, and then come hang with us. You can watch the show in the live stream. You can listen on the space. That's totally fine. And we'll pick that at the end of the show today. Now, today, we're back to normal as far as like I'm on the phone and the computer. That was a disaster. Holy crap. So hopefully everything is audio-wise, we're back to normal. I feel great. Feel happy about the situation. Starting next week, we will be playing the show. The show will be aired from the Web3 Breakfast account, and then Mr. Dude and I will be sitting in the co-host seats, and then we'll have our speaker panel as we always do. Just going to run it a little bit differently moving forward. That's next week, though. That's all the house.
Next Monday is going to be some cool changes we can't wait to announce too. A little teaser.
Yeah, get ready. I would assume probably within the next 48 hours.
We had to get graphics to them. We had to get graphics today.
Yeah.
So then, probably 24, 48.
I'd say another 24, 48 after that.
Naked streaming's coming.
You betcha. We are being sponsored by OnlyFans.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny. I hit the air horn and the applause went off at the same time. That was just like magic. Magic in the making.
How do we join not fans? If that's the case, how do we?
You just don't watch the stream. No. Don't watch the stream.
No. What you do is you send Ethereum or Solana or Bitcoin to the specific address, and then it blacklists your IP from being able to view it. So we'll get those addresses out soon enough. If that's not something you ever want to come across your feed, because what we're also going to do is pay for the marketing plan that it just it gets into everybody's feed. So if you don't want to watch it, we're going to need to blacklist your IP address. So.
We've seen a lot of mooning in the market, and I think the market right now is parked on Uranus. So if we can avoid, maybe you can hand out the Stevie Wonder glasses for us. So we
don't do it. I obviously had to when I was preparing the show this morning. I had to take a look at the market to see what was happening. Speaking of what's happening with Mike? Why he's like stuck in the infinity loop here?
Try again. Stuck in the
We'll get him on up, you guys, and that's a good reminder that if you want to participate in the conversation today, we're going to talk about the markets, what's going on, just kind of any opportunities, all this. We're just going to be a fun conversation today. We don't have any special guests that have requested to hang out with us today. So if anybody comes and wants to participate in the conversation, great. That's the point of the day today. So raise your hand. We want to talk about the markets, but so I was looking this morning and realized, oh shit, the market's down like 5% again today. This is something we were talking about. Are we going to see that another leg down? Fear and greed index on coin market cap down to 34. Let me check coin stats, because as you know, when I in the afternoon show, usually this one's a little bit more juicy. It's very dramatic. Yeah, 27. Love that. Fear. We are in the fear. Now, the question is, are you gotta, this is the strategy. You either are out of dry powder and you sit on your hands, right? You deploy that dry powder, or you start thinking about, okay, is the bottom in on this dip? This has got to be one of the final shakeouts, right? Like it has to be.
I think most people are out of powder is my gut feeling.
That's what I was gonna say.
And the people that do have powder, they're just slowly acquiring, because it's not really wise if you got a lot of powder to just throw it all in there, right? You want to feel it out and see where the bottom is, so you just start to slowly acquire as it goes down. And I think that's kind of what's happening. But man, the crypto market, in my opinion, is doing okay. The stock market is. Ooh.
Is it getting beat up? Because that's what people were calling for. Was the stock market was going to take a beating?
And yeah, stock market's taking a beating. But here's the thing: crypto, we could be down 5% today. This afternoon, we could be up 7%.
Right.
Stock market doesn't quite recover that quickly. So we're blessed with crypto because we can recover at a quick pace. Stock market, oh God, man, you could take weeks to months, sometimes years for certain stocks too.
I guess that is one of our superpowers, right? It's one of our weaknesses as crypto, like our hamster mindset, like, oh, something shiny, let's move on to something new, right? It's a blessing and a curse for us, right? We can take that as a positive, like, oh, big dip, like, oh, something pumped, let's go on to, this meme coin dropped, let's go, or whatever, like
we're nimble, we're quick and nimble. I mean, that's crypto. That's what makes it fun.
100%.
We're quick to plummet, quick to rise, and that's what keeps excitement.
Hey.
So yeah, it's a weird time, guys.
Our market never sleeps too. That's an advantage.
Oh yeah. never sleeps. And think about internationally, how many people are involved in crypto internationally, right?
Oh yeah.
It transcends so many borders, where how many people are involved in the United States stock market, right?
Yeah,
right.
That's something
crypto
that's
is like one market.
That's a great observation, right? Like when I was doing a lot of trading, like one thing that I would always be paying attention to, and my phone is still set up the same way, right? If you go into like your world clock on your say you got an iPhone, you can set like different time zones from all different parts of the world. And so you look at where like crypto's active, right? You look at like the Asian markets, you look at the European markets, all that stuff, right? And you set those so like what time of the day is. And so if you've got to trade, change some of your trading activity to coincide with the beginning or the ending of those periods, like that's something I've always paid attention to when I was actively trading. And I think that's something that as we get into, I guess, maybe this next, hopefully parabolic phase of the bull run, that we will see that activity spike, again, in all parts of the world, not just here. Now, I would love to see, Donald Trump's prediction be, mined, milled, and made in America or whatever. But, that's neither here nor there.
But you got to think about crypto too, is because we transcend so many different borders and economies. Where if the United States stock market's not doing well, right, a lot of United States citizens aren't going to be doing well because the entire economy is here. But you have other countries in the world that their economy may not be down as much. So it's it really, there's a lot of layers to this onion, that you got to peel back. Sometimes it makes you cry the more you peel back. But I think right now people are just out of powder and holding. And the people that have the powder are just, what's the rush?
I'm telling you, this is that time though. Like if you've got, like, say you've got a graveyard full of dog shit NFTs, right, that you don't care about anymore, just fucking sell them. Take those wrapped ETH offers and get the fuck rid of them, and then put that shit into a coin that is going to at least do better than whatever that dog shit picture is going to do.
None of my NFTs have any offers.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Nobody wants to buy them, though. There's no
All right, well, touche there.
Salesman.
You got me.
Corey coming in with the bangers.
Anyone want to buy them for a bulk discount?
I swear to God, you got 90% of everybody here that would be like, God, I'll take $5. Give me $3. I'll take $2.50.
Dude, see, like that would be the service, right? Like, say you do have some money, right? Like you could just put out a service, be like, hey, I'll buy those NFTs off you. Like, like some of these things, some of them are going to come back. Some won't.
It's a good idea.
You know, some won't. But like, you know, at 2 ETH for a mutant, right? Like if you offered a lot of people at least 1.5, I guarantee you they would take it. Now, some people would be down so bad they wouldn't do it just out of principle, but some people would be like right now, I think I could take an offer for 2 on mine. Like I should have done it months ago, and I know that I talked about it, but I just never did, right? But I think at this point, like if you take it now, sell the mutant, take the 2 ETH, it's like 2.02 or whatever it was. By the time you get it, it's gonna be maybe 1.8, and then you unwrap it. Say you walk out with 1.5 at the end of the day. You could do a lot more damage with 1.5 Ethereum that you could turn into the base ecosystem. You could put it into Solana. You could put it into whatever.
Even just leaving it in ETH. You could do
Even
nothing with it and just leave it in ETH.
Yeah,
and you'll make money.
It's going to outperform the mutant apes like by far for like the first part of the cycle, and then to the point where even if it costs you to 3 to get back in, but you've made 15, like you're going to do okay.
You gave me a wonderful idea. Someone needs to create a Pawn Stars Pawn Shop NFT.
Dude, I've always
so you
wanted
bring
that.
in your board ape that's valued at $200,000 and you got Rick there. I'll give you $73 for it.
Best I can do is a quarter.
Tell me what this means to you. I want to hear the story. Dude, that would be fun to do crypto Pawn Stars NFT style. I would.
Yeah,
let's go.
Call it dump stars because everyone's just dumping their NFTs to you.
Dump stars. Who's in? Who wants? We can do this like for real, or we could do this virtually. How do we want to do this? Do we need a brick and mortar, or we just do this like online?
If we do a brick and mortar, we should try and convince people to bring us like, sorry, this is on. What do you say? This is on the blockchain? No. Send us it and then bring us the real one. Give us the digital and then go find the real one. Print this on canvas.
It's going to be interesting. I actually know Chumley in real life. So it'd be funny to see if he'd ever want to do an NFT.
Set it up.
Dude.
Get him on the show.
I don't know if there's any copyright infringements that he has, in contracts with Discovery or History Channel or whatever the hell he's with.
All right, here's the deal. We're going to set up a show. We're going to get a legal team, and we're going to get Chumley, and we're going to...
let's see if we get Chumley. Yeah, he's running his candy shop over there at the Container Center there, and then we'll get him an NFT collection.
He's like...
No, and I've never... Come to think of it, I've never seen MKid and Chumley in the same room together, so...
MKid is Chumley!
Oh, God, yeah.
Got you, buddy.
Yep, that's it. I got the beard and the balding hair. How'd you guess?
So what was it like getting fired from Pawn Stars? Because didn't you?
Yeah.
You're Rick.
Yeah, he had some issues that. Yeah, God bless the guy. He worked through it, and
what did he? I'm gonna look him up. What did he get busted for?
Yeah, no, he had some drug-related stuff, and he cleaned
Vegas,
up his
baby.
No, but he got sober, and and basically, if you notice the new episodes of Pawn Stars, they're giving the guy so he doesn't look like a buffoon, right?
Wait.
They're giving him like a role of like where he's actually involved in things because they made him look like the village idiot, for years.
I'm not going to click on it. There's a YouTube video, and I got to look at this. It says Chumley sentenced to life in prison after this. He's in life in prison. He's got life in prison. Is that real?
No, I think that was them just clickbaiting you. Like
I didn't click it. I said I didn't click it. I didn't click it.
No, he's doing entrepreneurial stuff.
Okay.
He's a good guy. People. I'm a firm believer. Like, hey, people mess up in life. They deserve a second chance.
100%.
We don't need to throw. Hey, you throw everybody away.
NFTs of degens everywhere. He's perfect.
This is all of our second chance in life.
Dude, that's it. All right. So contract address will be out later. That's the NFT collection. It's called Second Chances. It's all of the people that got second chances.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like a combination of traits.
Crypto here, you probably need third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances.
We'll get CZ on there.
Yeah.
No problem.
I got like this weird
I should see him right now trying to fix his hair.
I got this weird collar. I don't know what to do with it.
Maybe that's the best thing as felons make the best crypto people. Maybe that's
How about Do Kwon and his ledger?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Let's do it all. Everybody traits. We get like faces and traits, and those felons be selling, baby. Let's go. That's what it is. Selling.
Yeah.
The selling felons.
Selling felon.
Yeah, we got Sammy Boy. We got the Fro.
What was her name?
Caroline?
like we give them different
Remember,
hairstyles too, right?
face.
Those are their traits.
We get what's her name? Her beautiful face from Alameda, Sam's girlfriend. That was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Caroline. Who was the? So now there was also. So there was the. I cannot remember the name of the company. She was the female CEO. She was like one of the first people to like get like a really long sentence for some kind of fraud, right? What's her name?
Yeah, that pretty
Is
blonde
it
lady.
Catherine something? What was her name? Does anybody know?
I forget what it is.
It was like a Silicon Valley one, right?
Yeah,
I
she
can't
was.
remember.
She was hustling, man.
I'm gonna type it in. Hold on, pretty
blonde
fraud lady.
Rod lady.
You go down in history on Google for that. Let's bring up.
There you go. Here you go. Let's see what we got. Search. Come on, internet. Was
Yeah,
it
but
nope.
Definitely gonna pull up a
Martha Stewart.
porno.
Elizabeth Holmes?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's her.
That's it.
I couldn't think of her name either.
Elizabeth Holmes.
It worked though. See, it worked. Google knows everything.
All right, tried to
Actually, I'm using Brave. I am using Brave.
I knew that was like I saw you sitting down there. I knew that would probably get you up here because you knew that name. I knew you did. What's up?
Yeah, man. There's nothing I like better than coming in and calling out a lady with a fake company, but even more brutal than that, a fake voice. Hello, I'm Elizabeth Holmes. I'm actually a female, but I talk like a man, so you'll take me seriously in Silicon Valley. You guys saw where they have clips of her voice where she wasn't using the voice?
No.
Yeah, she had a fake voice. She literally like spoke deep like a man on purpose to try to carry that, like I don't know, male CEO energy, I guess would be a way to say it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you know who else has a fake voice all the time? And I met her at a party many, many years ago. Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton sounds
really.
Yeah. Oh no, she sounds nothing like what the ditzy blonde.
Like she's not a Valley girl.
No,
I knew she's a very good businesswoman. So that would make sense if that was just kind of her persona.
She's showing her real voice lately in certain things. You could probably Google her real voice, But yeah, first time I had a conversation with her a long time, many, many years ago, and I was like, "Holy cow, this is."
Yeah, she's very smart.
Yeah.
How about Kamala? That accent.
Hey, leave the lady alone. She's cooking her collard greens in the tub. Okay, leave her alone.
Wow, that's a really cool story that she had. She swears it's true. Yeah, she's got some kind of laugh too. She's kind of laugh. I was watching a show last night, and there was a girl in there that had a laugh. They were all making fun of. It's like a really long sound, and then she'll laugh at the end. Every time she laughs, she goes, "Ah!" or something like that. Or it was more like this. That's her laugh.
Just uncontrollable. Just blasting out a.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, yeah. It's part of her laugh. It's like she just has this really long shrieking sound that she makes for like 4 or 5 seconds before she goes into her laugh. Every time, it's really funny. The Kamala Harris laugh is really funny. We were talking about it yesterday on the show. Like, making fun of somebody's laugh is one thing. Like, it's okay. Like, people laugh different ways. We all know people that snort when they laugh and different stuff. It can be kind of funny, like weird people that sneeze are weird or whatever. But the fact is the reason why people make fun of Kamala Harris's laugh is because it feels disingenuous. It's not because she just has a funny laugh. Like how we're saying Elizabeth Holmes, like that's not her real voice. I don't think that maybe Kamala Harris's real laugh. That's her, like, I'm in character politician. I'm making sure to highlight the things that you're supposed to think are funny, or I'm supposed to laugh at the things that seem ridiculous from the other side. Like, how funny, Donald Trump, he's not a criminal.
So that's her
Stuff
fake
like that,
laugh.
I think so. I think that's a fake laugh. I don't think it's. I think it's very similar to what was just said about Paris Hilton. It's like she has a character, she has a role. These politicians are actors. Obviously, it's called political theater for a reason. These people are actors. People above them, behind them, knowing and unknowingly direct them. And so, really, all that's important is how they present. Like that's why it's much better to have Trump than Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. He presents much better. Now Trump is not an actor like these other people. Actually, he's like the one politician we've had in our lifetimes that is not, a lifetime politician, except for maybe the other actor that we had as a president,
Reagan, right?
So yeah, I don't know how long his political experience was. Everybody knows he's an actor, but how long he didn't he wasn't like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He just went from acting to governor or something like that. I don't think, but maybe he did. I don't know. So
That's interesting. I
Interesting
actually, besides acting and being the president, what the heck else did he do? That's a good question. That's a good. I never even thought of that.
well, you know what? I've got this thing in front of me. It's called Google.
Yeah, I'm opening it up
Ronald
right now.
Reagan political experience, and let's see how he was. He was elected governor of California in 1966. So he was elected. He ran 2 terms, and then in 1992. So it been 1984. So 1984. That means that he had 18 years of experience. Is that right? Yeah, 18 years of experience in politics before he ran. So Donald Trump, of course, had 0. So look, I mean, that's a lot of terms. I mean, that's depending. I guess he was in the he was the governor, and then I wonder what he did after governor, because he must have become a senator or something like that. He won the 1980, not 1984. I'm sorry, it was 80, and George Bush was 88. So that would have been. I was alive and remember George Bush as the president. Yeah,
67 to 75. Yeah. He was lieutenant governor of California, or the governor of California.
Okay, and then what did he do? What did he do after 1975 before he became the president? Because he didn't become the president until 1980, so he had like 5 or 6 years there. So, anyways, Ronald Reagan was a great president. A lot of people consider him to be one of the greatest presidents. Now, a lot of your less conservative people will say he destroyed it with Reaganomics or blah, 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 blah. But he was a really great president. And the reason he was a really great president was because he was an actor. He played the role. He was tough when he needed to look tough. He was vulnerable when he needed to look vulnerable. He was excited and got when he needed to be hyped up. He was perfect. And that's what you want. And Donald Trump is almost that way, except for on the downside, he has a lot of more negative qualities. Ronald Reagan was more composed and didn't have the negative side. He had his wife running the drug war, which was kind of some of the crazy stuff he did.
Those it looks like those 6 years that were kind of in question there was the buildup of probably them building him up to be the president, right? It was him being vocal during different presidential seasons or different political activations or whatever it were. That probably was that was the stepping stage to put him in place to run and to become the president.
You also have to remember during that time, remember Nixon. So Nixon left, Ford became president, and then, Carter won. So it was kind of a negative time for Republicans, with the scenario where, your president of the United States stepping down for, basically with Watergate, and then, vice president becoming, not even vice president, Spiro Agnew. They had to put somebody in that wasn't so dirty, so they had to put Gerald Ford in. So you had a president that was never elected. And then you had Carter come in. It was a kind of a tumultuous time.
Yeah.
I was a wee little lad.
A wee lad.
Very little.
Yeah. Of course, Ford, one of the strangest presidents we ever had. He was never elected, Yeah. And he, now he was, there was something very interesting. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was something very interesting about him coming in. He was never elected. And of course, he ran and lost to Carter, I think, right? Or was he the one that ran against Carter?
No, he lost to Carter.
Yeah, right. So he did run, but he was just president for a very short time. And a lot of people don't know Richard Nixon, of course, with, one of the dirtiest players in the history of America is Henry Kissinger. Henry Kissinger was kind of like the, I don't want to call him the Larry Fink of the day, even though he kind of was in a sense. Well, he was, because Larry Fink is the top facilitator for the World Economic. He's the top facilitator for the both children family, as we like to call them. He's the number one top facilitator, and this because he has the most power positions on the most of their boards, like the World Economic Forum, the CFR, the Trilateral. I'm not sure if he's on the Bilderberg or not, but he's high ranking, and he's not just in these groups. He's at the top. He's on the board of directors of a lot of these different ones. And that's how the facilitators, the people that are doing stuff, is because of how many of those important groups they're in. And this is all public, of course. Henry Kissinger, back in the day, he wasn't in the world of investing or hedge funds. I'm sure he had a lot of investing experience and knowledge, from the inside stuff he was doing. But Henry Kissinger was the main facilitator during the, I guess that would have been the late 60s, correct? And so, early 70s. I'm sorry, early 70s.
All the way up into the, all the way up to the 80s. He was involved with the Reagans and the Bushes.
Exactly. Well, yeah, he was involved.
War, we could go. go into.
Yeah, he was involved before that. I was just talking about when him and Nixon were thick as thieves, would have been in the early 70s. And Kissinger is the reason a lot of that stuff happened off the gold standard, the whole thing. Kissinger was pushing all of this stuff. And then you had Nixon. Nixon was definitely right there involved in it. Nixon was on the World Economic Forum or the Council for Foreign Relations. I can't remember which one it was, but he was on one of those boards too, and he did a lot of facilitating himself. A lot of people don't realize, these people come in as presidents and high-ranking officials. They're coming. These boards are helping to put them in place. These groups control sentiment and put them in place. And Nixon got put in, and then that was pretty much think about this, guys. Nixon's presidency was officially the beginning of the downfall of America. When we went off the gold standard, that was when we lost our complete power as a country. We lost all of our power as a country. Because power takes a while to play out. So it's right now we're finally starting to see. We're not starting to feel yet, but we're starting to see some of the effects. We will soon, very soon. By 2026, people are going to be feeling it tremendously. I think we're probably going to see, the stock market have a little plunge here and then start building back up, because our economy has to look somewhat normal through this bull run. It has to. And the bull run has nothing to do with crypto. The bull run is contrived by the people at the top of the financial institutions, which we know that because they hold almost all the Bitcoin. They hold more of the Bitcoin than anybody else by a long shot now, right? Satoshi's got a lot, but he don't touch it, right? So these people BlackRock is the number one holder now, I believe, outside of exchanges and Satoshi. And I think it'll pass that soon because BlackRock will control the exchanges. So I think that, when you're looking at the change that is coming, it's going to be bad, and it's going to be America falling to bricks. But that doesn't mean it has to be apocalypse or dystopian, or that we're all going to lose our houses, or there's going to be war in America or war outside of America, whatever. No, it doesn't mean any of that. It just means that people really, really need to be prepared during this bull run to stack as much money as you can to try to become a have and not a have not. This bull run has not started. We thought that it had, but it has not. It should start next month, I believe, January at the latest. But I think next month we will see things start going back to the upside. And I think that is something that it has to happen. People don't understand the way the world financial system works. It's all a Ponzi scheme from the very, very, very top all the way down. Why is it a Ponzi scheme? Well, it's really simple. Look at the deficit. Look at the national deficit, for instance, and then look at the world deficit. There is more debt in the world than money.
The world runs on debt.
Think about that. It runs on debt. Debt is the only real money that exists. So since we're starting in a situation here where I want you to think about if you were running a Ponzi scheme, okay? If you were running a Ponzi scheme and you were looking and your numbers were getting kind of low, you're like, man, this one guy just put a withdrawal request in, and man, if I put this withdrawal request in, and I'm in big trouble now because now I'm not going to be able to pay out all these other people. When you get to that point, you see the difference between the world, overlords, I guess you could say, and the exchange and the Ponzi scheme runner or exchange runner, whatever it would be, person who's running that. The only difference is that the elite have unlimited power to do what they want. The person running the Ponzi scheme, like Sam Bankman-Fried, that's a bad example. I'll just use a smaller exchange, for instance. If I was running a Ponzi scheme and it was an exchange and I was underwater, I customer accounts were more than the money on hand and stuff like that, you don't have a lot of options. Sam tried everything, actually had a lot of power and still couldn't fix it, right? But on the world level, the top people in the world, the Both Children family, the other Feller family here in America, and a lot of the their associates basically, and then your the World Bank and things like this. They these people, they have unlimited power to control sentiment and punishments and rewards and put out stories that will change things. They have this power. So the Ponzi, this is where the world is at. The world is at a place where the deficit and the national GDPs of the top countries, I don't know, G20, whatever, approximately, that's got to stay in lockstep. If the GDP gets way out of whack proportionally to the increase in the national deficit or world deficits or whatever, then we're in trouble. As long as those numbers stay in sync, the economy will keep running. So here's the whole point of what I'm trying to say here. The whole point of what I'm trying to say is the bull run is coming because that looks normal. A Bitcoin bull run every 4 years, it looks normal. These people at the top of the world system, there's more debt. So there's not enough money out there. There's simply not enough money. So what do you do? How do you fix it when there's not enough money? The only way to do it is to take from less than people, poor people, not less than people, retail investors, and to pump stuff up and make money. Like, that's it. Like, that's their only two things they can do, because they have to have more money to keep the world Ponzi going. So crypto is a big part of this. It's trillions of dollars. Okay. So that's trillions of dollars that there's people out there in the world Ponzi scheme system that need to come in and either launder their money or print some money or whatever they do. Bitcoin is a huge part of that every 4 years. And then the altcoins are big parts of that, because a lot of people that make their money with Bitcoin, they needed to move it somewhere else too. And so it's just this kind of thing where we're looking today and our entire economy is fake. The entire thing is, nothing about it is real. The numbers they put out are fake. The job reports, everything is fake. And so when you're living in this world where everything is fake, then the only way to make that sustain is to make it keep looking normal. And for that reason, the Bitcoin bull run almost assuredly is going to start in October.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw them wipe 1 million jobs out, right? Or 800,000 jobs out. Like, the numbers they provide to us are 100% fake. We all know that. We can't even try. Like, I don't even know how. Like, why do we even listen to them anymore? Why are we going to pay attention to them? Why do they move the markets? We know that they're bullshit. That's crazy.
And why do exchanges go into maintenance mode all of a sudden when the market goes?
Coinbase, sorry, we're down today.
We're in maintenance mode. We don't have enough liquidity to pay you motherfuckers out, so we are going to make sure you cannot access your funds.
They do some trades. Yeah, they have to do some trades to bring in some liquidity. So, well, I gotta get it to work. I want to stop in for a few minutes.
Appreciate you, brother.
I will talk to you guys later.
All right, man. I'll see you in a few.
It's a good day, buddy.
Thanks, dude. I see we got some hands. What's up, Dougie Doug? We'll go to you first.
Hey, GM, how's everybody doing?
Yo. What's up, my dude?
Good. My reception at home is terrible at the minute. I don't know what's going on over the pond here, but so sorry I'm late. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I see we got some bargains in the market again.
You buying anything?
If any of you went long. Not yet. I'm sticking with my guns. I think we're going to touch the low end of 50, and then yes, I'll probably be going all in. I've just
try and buy yourself some Brett Gold, eh, Doug?
Hey, I see they popped up onto the speaker. What's up, fam?
They're up here. Get some Brett Gold.
Listen, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think, some people were calling for like 48. I wouldn't. Maybe it'll be a flash wick down to that level. But if it's for me, I'm probably going to set some longs like in the low 50s, like 50,000, low leverage, so that I got plenty of breathing room. Because I think you catch that. That might be one of those trades that you could be in the whole bull run that changes your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to be looking for.
Hell yeah, I'm with you there. But it's going to get real noisy where I am now. But I just wanted to jump up and say, hey, everybody, have yourselves an awesome Wednesday. I did have a quick question. I don't know if any of you guys can answer this. So I get notifications come up from the New York Times now and again. And I know, hate on me, but just for a laugh, if nothing else, all right. And it came up today saying something like a 45% Harris and 45% Trump and whatever it was for Harris. So is she actually in the lead now in the polls?
No.
There's a 0% chance that's truth. Yeah, no way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. The poll sample, 73 people in downtown New York.
Yeah.
If she wins, man, that shows just how fixed everything is.
It's funny how, like, when you do look at those polls, there's one thing you got to look at is what is the polling source, right? Like it'll be like, Kamala Harris or what, we'll just use a non-example. It's like, this person expected to win. You're like, that doesn't even make sense. And you look at, the group that they polled is like, the Young Democrats of America. You're like, no shit that's why you got the result that you did. You didn't. That's not an unbiased group,
right?
You asked,
like running a poll on Facebook and running a poll on X will get you like literally the opposite result.
Yeah, X is like 93% Trump. It's like with like 3 million or 4 million people, voting in the poll. It's insane numbers. It's like 90% plus for, then you go on Facebook and it's probably 60% Harris and 40% Trump. So yeah, it's your audience, man. It's the audience.
It's you guys. Speaking of you guys, I love you. I appreciate you being here. If you're watching on X, make sure that you smash the heart. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the like. Just everybody start smashing. I don't care what you smash. Just start smashing. Just ask for permission. And if you're not smashing a like button or a heart, man, you better ask permission to smash, because that could get you in trouble.
Can we just smash the price of Bitcoin down to $49,000 today and get this shit over with so we can start this bull run?
100%. I'm all for it. People are like,
no, can we just pull the Band-Aid off? Okay.
The people
everybody starts screaming lowly as Solana's at $98. Just hang on.
No. Is Solana at $98?
No.
Oh fuck.
128.
Right. 128. Are you scared? Dude, I honestly,
scared, bro.
Dude, I honestly felt my heart like I got like a panic anxiety there for a second when you said that. I was like, wait, what?
128.98. What's the difference, right?
Yeah, seriously. Oh man, you startled me. I'm glad. John Carter, what's up, my guy? How are you?
What's up, guys? Man, I love the conversation going on here. Dude, yeah, there were so many things I wanted to hop in on. One of the things I wanted to say is like, I guess when Ben was up here a second ago, he was talking about, he had tweeted before about how his informant or Mr. X says that it really doesn't matter who wins, but he kind of wishes that, Trump would win. And I feel like I totally empathize and agree with Mr. X. Like, I think that really it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I think essentially whatever the outcome is going to be the same. Like it is just political theater. I think these people go up there and they try to convince everybody one way or another. But the reality is, I think we're going to end up in the same place no matter what.
Honestly, so like this is how it doesn't matter. Is I can remember thinking the things that I think are the same things that I remember, like my dad saying when I was a kid. With all these millions of people in this country, these are the two idiots that we have to choose between, right? We're still doing that. Exactly. At 42 years old, I've lived through Republicans and Democrats. Nothing has ever affected my life. Now, I'm sure some people it does. But for the most majority, I would assume that these decisions, they don't really affect us. There's really no major impact on our daily life and our daily function. And so it doesn't matter. Right? It is the sentiment of what's
our
happening.
Whole lives. It's like, oh, politicians are liars. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're going to believe one.
Yeah.
Can I give you guys some food for thought? I think the only thing that crypto's crypto, right? Crypto's the blockchain lives on. That's, you can't stop it. What I think we're starting to see is what happens if X becomes what happens in Brazil, gets shut down. What happens if TG ends up like what happens in France? What if we lose TG and what if we lose X because these are hotbeds for freedom of speech and it's unregulated and uncensored? Where does crypto go when now the community has no outlet or voice and anything would be censored at a very high level? See, I think that's the biggest risk that we face politically.
But doesn't it just go back underground and like someone will always just create the next thing? Like,
well, what's the censorship? What's the censorship
going
level
back
of Discord?
To Silk Road, guys. We're going back to Silk Road and the dark web.
Finally, let's go. I've nenever been there, by the way. I don't even know what the dark web looks like. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, I went on one time. I watched Snowden like years ago on Netflix, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" So I started Googling the dark web and like logged basically into the dark web. It's like you can buy like You could buy like grenades.
But
Like,
what does it look like?
send
Is it just a
whatever gun.
website? Like, what does it look
It's
like?
basically like a
Yeah,
Craigslist. It was
just the
just like a
internet.
Craigslist. Like,
Is it very
dark
rudimentary?
web
I
Craigslist.
almost sold all my Bitcoin in 2012 because of Silk Road. I thought, what the fuck did I buy? I mean, it was, dude. It's the Silk
Wild,
Road.
man.
with
They were
the
like,
fringe-
however, what, $100,
fringy
$1,000,
humanity.
send you a grenade. How are you gonna fucking get a grenade? Like,
You can
this
get
is
hit by
wild.
people.
Isn't the
Anyway,
homepage for the dark web black and orange?
Is it?
if anyone, like, if FBI, if you're listening, I just went on one time. Like, I messed around and I left.
They
Never
kick
went
it. The wall behind you just like gets smoked by a fucking repelling guy who just kicks it in.
They're like, oh, here's your fucking grenade, motherfucker.
Smoke bomb.
Question: have you guys paid any attention to? It used to be Ator protocol. Now it's like Anyone protocol. But it was a privacy play that they were like. I thought it was bullish at the time because what happened was it was growing so quickly, and they were like adding so many nodes, and their server was growing so quickly that it actually took over the majority of the power of the Tor network. So then the Tor network kicked them off because it was like too decentralized and too like anonymous. And then so they had to make their own network, but now they're called Anyone protocol.
Whoa.
Price is considerably higher, but I see that and things like that as being a potential one of those plays in the privacy world, but that blockchain internet might be interesting, right?
Oh, yeah, that sounds interesting. We'll have to learn more about
Like,
that.
what do you call it? Anyone? Anyone what?
Anyone?
I'm
network?
pretty sure it's Anyone protocol now.
Anyone protocol.
But it used to be Ator, ATOR.
That's actually
like
so.
Air Tor protocol.
ATOR actually rings a bell to me. Like that is something that I don't know anything about it, but I know that I've heard of it before. That is familiar.
I feel like I've heard of it before too.
Hey, you had
feel
your
like
hand
maybe
up.
somebody did a video on it or something.
You had your hand up a little bit ago, Neil. Did you still have a question?
Oh yeah, when Ben was on here, I was going to tell him.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I've been holding
all of what he was saying that opened up a 20x short on Femex. So
Let's go.
it's pretty doom and gloom. Doesn't matter what we do.
Jay,
Yo,
I've been holding Ator since launch, man. Yeah, it's a significant project.
is that did you
privacy.
tell me about this the last time you were in town, or when you were in town once before? That's how I know about it.
I may have, bro, but yeah,
that would make sense.
They jumped off the tour, rebranded to Anyone protocol. But yeah, big potential in that project.
That could be where we all go if X gets shut down.
There's no way X gets shut down.
I've got to hop off now, but I just want to say, everyone, have an awesome Wednesday. It's lovely to jump up and say good morning to you all. And I'll
Appreciate
speak
you,
to all
Doug.
real soon.
I appreciate
Bye,
you,
Dougie.
Doug. Take it easy.
Have a good day, buddy.
Take it easy, guys.
Gringo,
Bye.
you had your hand up, and then I know Brett Gold had a
Oh
hand
yeah,
up too.
I was just gonna say another privacy network is Secret Network. It originally started at MIT. That's an interesting one. But back to the crypto politics real quick. How about those unrealized capital gains
That'll
taxes?
never be
I mean,
a thing. That'll never be a thing.
it's great. It's the craziest thing because it's
Rich
like, how
people
can
rule the
anyone
world,
pro
and rich people
crypto?
are not going to be okay with it.
It's not
Yeah,
even.
well, how can any pro crypto person be for that? Because they're saying it's only for people that have 100 million net worth. Well, that's the big crypto founders, and then they're going to leave the U.S. It's going to kill innovation.
Well, think about the VCs and those kind of people that are going to have to pay the taxes on that kind of stuff. You're going to literally run the financial system away from the United States, and that's.
Can you imagine every billionaire dumping every stock in cryptocurrency they own?
The United States would.
the rest of us would be screwed.
Like you heard Ben. Heard Ben talk about some things changing, and we understand that. And it's the writing's on the wall with 158 of the 195 countries adapting to the BRICS system. Like the writing is on the wall that the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency is on its way out. We're well past the 92-year average shelf life. We're like in 100 years, 120 or 30 or whatever it is. We're well past it. It's just time, and that's fine. But what we can't have is just mass chaos. That would be horrible. I don't know. Anyway, there was a different point that I was making there.
We definitely are not. We're definitely not going to go backwards back to gold, silver, but we're going to have an amalgamation of digital gold and silver, and much higher security on like the paper stocks on commodities and diamonds, and I think they're setting up for like jewels as well to be investment pieces with digital trackers and ownership on blockchain. So yeah, we're gonna see probably the diamond standard as like the new currency, but it'll
Because
also
I got
come
fucking
along.
diamond hands, and these are worth billions.
That's
I
it.
think also
All the keywords are there for the diamond hands, the diamond standard. We have a bunch of diamonds being traded over on Hedera in these like bricks and in coins that are worth 50 grand and 5K. Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. I really think that the jewelry, now that we can make really super cheap fake moissanite diamonds that look better, more flawless, they're just as nice to put on your girlfriend's hand for a ring. The diamond industry will inherently become like a investor's industry, and all those diamonds will be put under epoxies and put trackers on blockchains and be sold as, you know, $1,000 bills, $100,000 bills, $50,000 bills, things like that. And it'll be a real thing.
Like, actual real diamonds you're talking about, right?
Real diamonds, real sapphires, rubies, emeralds, anything real inherently
I'm gonna
can
fit
just
that shit in my wallet. They gotta flatten that out for me.
it could just go through a company called Diamond Standard, and they literally put it in epoxy with a Bitcoin tracker on it, and AI gives value to
They don't call it diamond hands. Like that's just a loss. That's a missed opportunity.
Well, let's just start our own service.
You could definitely, it's all open source tech. You can definitely start your own service and just piggyback. I know they have some patents on what they're doing with selecting the diamonds. They're also right on like New York's Diamond Ave or whatever, right downtown New York.
Ooh, the Diamond District,
so
baby.
It's basically like
Diamond
it's basically
District,
like
chain.
skipping the middleman by
That's a
buying
pretty
this
good fight.
cryptocurrency.
Like if you open your own gym postmaster, you could call it diamond hands.
100%. Actually, my plan is to get a few fights under my belt here, make $1 million in crypto, and open a little karate combat.
Well, you said you're in Guelph. You said your kid's in Guelph, right? I'm just outside Guelph, so we could team up there. I got my black belt in Taekwondo a long time ago, so we can do that
bro.
stuff.
Yes.
Let's roll, bro.
Dude, let's get you in the pit,
Speaking of martial arts, I got some big alpha for the J Chains here, man.
Yes, what do we got?
I don't think J Chains even knows. J Chain doesn't even know yet, but September 17th, brother, the NFT drops, bro. So anybody can pick up a J Chains. Pretty rare. There's only going to be 150 in circulation. Very, very rare card. And you can pick that up with your Hashpack wallet and Centex Marketplace. So make sure you guys get on that Hedera. They'll be around 700 HBAR, which is, I think, market value today is about $35.
Oh, dude, I love that. I'm super
will we
excited.
be able to choose J Chain's card?
Yeah, go ahead and check out.
Okay, so it won't be random.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they are sold at random. So there's 10 fighters and 1 influencer. The influencer is Loudmouth. Everybody probably knows Loudmouth from the crypto industry.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're sold at random, but we do have a trading room that'll be open for you. And it's pretty easy to do swaps and trades if you want to trade with somebody. So yeah, we just recommend if you do want to try to get lucky, hit one, buy 2 or 3 of them, get in the trading room, secondary sales as well on Centex. 10% of the royalties goes back to the fighter, so it ongoing helps them support their careers. These things are also dynamic hashionals, so we're actually it's showcasing kind of what Hedera can do. So we actually have 4 or 5 images. These things were huge files to download. If we would have built this on like Bitcoin ordinals or Ethereum, it would have cost us $1 million to inscribe. But because we're built on Hedera, we were able to do so many amazing things. It's tied to a cryptocurrency Stickbug as well. So if you own Stickbug token, it's 20% goes back to buyback Stickbug. It goes to our treasury for airdrops for huge prizes like VIP experiences at Karate Combat, sponsored token drops, things like that. So yeah, we're going full out with these NFTs and showcasing everything that Hedera can possibly do, and they can do a lot. So
dude,
be prepared to be with this new sports memorabilia collection that we're going to drop September 17th.
And that's weigh-in day, right, for your fight?
That's weigh-in day, not for my fight, but I'm fighting in Utah.
Oh, that's right. You're in October. Never mind. So it's weigh-in day of the Singapore fight, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That's dope.
Yeah, man. Well, everybody's you're going to be there, right?
We'll see. Still working on the logistics.
In Singapore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think a few of the fighters and a few of the athletes are going to be there, so I think we're going to try to like coordinate a little like a little shill in the audience there. You're like yes, and kind of and show kind of people your card. Look what I just got.
Dude, 100%.
Yep, Web3 Breakfast Show is looking for sponsors to go to Singapore for karate combat. Anybody out there listening?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll rep your gear everywhere.
I'll tell you right now, Jay Chains, your wallet is going to start filling right up on that night. So don't you worry, bro.
Let's go. I see we got our fam, Brett Goldenhouse. And let me ask you a question. Is this Doodle or is this Keith?
It's me. I'm Brett Gold.
It's always Brett. What's up, Brett?
Oh, what's up, dude?
It's all good, bro.
Oh, shit,
what
what's
about
up, dude?
you?
How are you?
Hey, Jay. I'm good. What about you?
Good, brother. Good, man. Today is Wednesday. Where I'm at, the sun is shining. It is beautiful. I've been getting a chance to ride my motorcycle to the studio this week, and it has just been it's been years since I've had that wind therapy, man, and it is just absolutely treating me well. So I'm feeling fantastic. I hope everybody here is doing great. We're getting ready to give away a couple $100 in Gotti token. So yeah, man, things are great. How about you?
It's all good, but can I just pin the on Jumbotron something?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you are.
Just look at this. Just look at this.
Jay Chains, tell us a little bit about your fight opportunity coming up. Can you say that whether you have an opponent for October or on the horizon for you? How I went well, I'm assuming.
So are you talking about for a Singapore Crypto Fight Night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the person that they had in mind that they had asked me about, I got to make this decision. Apparently was like handpicked from the Tron Foundation out of like their community. And this person is like I don't know. I just don't know if this is like the right move for me. So we'll see.
You're gonna end up fighting that Russian guy from fucking Rocky.
I
must crush you.
It's like another like here's the deal. Like it's not that I'm afraid of anybody because I'm not. Like the guy looks super juiced up, and we know like if you're juiced up, you're probably not in great. You're not in the best condition. Now there could be exceptions to this, so there's a good chance that he would gas up or whatever. Now here's the deal. I would be at the severe disadvantage again on height, and I'm not looking forward to that fucking thing again. Like I would like to strike somebody that is my height. Not that is like 4 inches taller than me. That is just I'm sick of that. So I'm probably gonna pass on the fight, but I might corner for the guy that's gonna fight him. We'll see.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Sweet. Now you should look for another karate combat fight, man. You did really well that first round.
Thank you.
Get your big old flabby ass on that fan bike. Go buy yourself a $2,000 fan bike with your little crypto gains, brother. And I'm telling you, your world will change. It's about that cardio. Wake up, 3-minute rounds on the fan bike as hard as you can until you absolutely gonna pass out each round. You just go harder and harder and harder until the round's over. Take your minute rest, like you're gonna fight, and then you'll be ready for the fight.
Love it. I'm into this. Like, listen, in my mind is the fan bike. I'm gonna see if I can convince my gym to get a fan bike.
Yeah, if your gym doesn't have a fan bike, it's the wrong gym.
I know. I should actually. So here's the deal. Like we have our gym. Again, it's my country club, right? It's very, very bougie. It's very nice. It's very comfortable. So that's my gym. I go to Lifetime. But then I need to also join like an MMA thing. And so like I had my boxing coach that when I was training for the fight that I would go to every morning. But I think that I graduated beyond going to a strictly boxing gym. And I would like to go to a more of an MMA style gym so that you could get more, because it just doing the 1 week with like Keith and MM, like it just wasn't long enough. Yeah.
At least a good kickboxing gym. Yeah. You don't really need like wrestling, not too much for karate combat, but a little bit would be good too, just to learn this takedown defenses and keep your knees on the outside and wide when you're in clinches.
I was a football player, dude. I'm really, and I played defense because I could tackle people like a motherfucker. That's why you guys saw me fucking pick Billy up and slam him to the ground. That was me, just me, a linebacker, dude, just getting a sack. I got a sack, baby. I lost that fight, but guess what? That first round, I got a sack.
Oh, yeah, you slammed his head, man. I think he was thinking about quitting right after that and just pulled through in the end, man. Just survived He was really close. I think that arm bar saved his fucking life. He cheated basically to save his life.
And that was the end of the round. That was the end of the first round. Next time.
You know what? You're kind of, I mean, it's so gray there, you know, like you can't go for a submission, but if you're getting punched in the head and it's the only way to hold on to somebody, I mean, you're not going to get DQ'd for it, right?
No, it's a fight. You can't fall. You just, like the ref did, he stops it and that's it. We move on. And so
it was a great fight. I'd like to see it actually roll back again. It was a very entertaining.
I have
so hopefully you win one, he wins one, and then you guys get back there for that.
I have not watched my fight yet. Maybe that's something we could do when I am fully healed, because I'm still dealing with this nerve and back issue or whatever. But when I'm fully healed and I start training and literally start training for the next fight, like that's one of the moves that I've got to do is go back and watch that fight. That would be something that would be fun to do with a group of people. We sit on a live stream and we critique it. We look at some things I did right. We look at some of the things I did wrong. Obviously, the conditioning was the severe impediment to the whole deal. But, on the end of the day, like you said, like there were some things that I did great. Definitely made some mistakes, but for the first fight, man, I freaking loved it. And that's why I'm definitely gonna do more. I just wanted, like, taking a boxing match or even doing like a local, something different, something not as glitzy and glammy as what Karate Combat is, just to get some more fight IQ, just to get some more experience in the pit, in the ring, and then whatever it might be, right? Just because there's nothing like it. You can train, and I didn't train for a very long time, but even in the sparring sessions that I did where I got hit in the face, nothing was the same as getting hit in the face during the fight, right? Like it's just a different thing. So the more fight IQ, the more time that you can get in the cage or the pit, ring, whatever. That's really just the whole point. And so I would like to take a boxing match before I take another MMA fight, but we'll see how it all goes.
Hey, Jay Chains, you should just, once you join the gym, just ask to get in a little local show or a small little smoker. They'll love having you because they usually charge like $10, $20 at the door, and you'll pack the fucking house with your name. So yeah, get a little smoker fight in, a couple of them even. And that'll definitely benefit you hardcore. Just somebody coming at you full force. Or even just, you just have to, now that you're not on the books or anything, go do the super hard sparring with some guys that are willing to do some super hard sparring and fucking hit you good and punish you. That's what I've been doing for the last 6 months. I just jump into the hard sparring.
Everybody has the opportunity to beat up J Chains every Thursday and Sunday if you join the Web3 Breakfast Fantasy Football League. What
we're gonna do is we'll launch like some kind of coin or some kind of NFT, something, right? When the booby coin comes out, there'll be some kind of thing where like the top 10 token holders can win a sparring match against me or Mr.
No, I'm plugging our fantasy football league.
I'd love to spar, man.
Where are you? Where are you doxed as far as like proximity of where you live in the country?
Who, me?
Yeah, Gringo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Florida. But I'll say that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not.
But yeah, bro, I used to,
So is everybody
when I
else.
was 19, I was like Kansas, Oklahoma Golden Gloves champion. I only had to have one fight.
All right, well.
but that's back in the day. And I trained some MMA with some legit fighters up in Tampa. So if you ever want to spar, bro, I'm down. I'd love to.
So I've actually been talking to Ben. We're thinking about getting like a cage or something here at the studio so that we could practice like right here. If that's the case, man, we'll do matches right here, and I'll pick
how much room you got? Because
what's that?
Only LARPing is given like 10K out to anybody who builds a pit.
Oh, really? You can build a pit? Oh, yeah, because Keith and them, they're building one in their backyard, aren't they?
Do in the backyard. That's right.
Yeah,
Keith
anybody who builds one in North America, the Karate Combat's offering them 10K to build one and let people practice in it. That's what's going to create absolute fucking animals in that pit, because the pit wall is the biggest challenge in the pit. It's when you fall on it, you're like, oh my God, my heels are here. What do I fucking do? And even when you're trying to strike the guy when he's on a 45-degree wall, he's so far away from you, you're afraid of getting kicked in the knees and whatever. So it's kind of the only real stalling point that fighters haven't really glamorously figured out yet, except for the likes of like Chalmia and former retired champion Ross Levine. So the pit is going to need to be built in gyms across North America for us to actually see the full flying force of these karate fighters using what they have.
Yeah, dude. So I love that. I saw there was Only Larpin even posted another photo. I think it was a Mexican combat sports league. They're using the pit down there as well. So that's awesome. Love to see the organization grow, man. All of us that have kind of started in the beginning with it, watching it grow.
We got to sign Brett up for that. It was actually Brazilian mud wrestling, Brett. In the pit, bro. They have it. Somebody stole your idea, man. Sorry, dude.
Butt slapping. Let's do the butt slapping in the pit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the Atlanta butt slapping league in a pit.
You guys just like a little tiny pit that fits 2 people.
No. We'll do a full size one because we could do the matches as well. But then, because like they do it in like a normal size, whether it's the cage. If you've seen the video, I mean, it's just a normal size cage. So we'll just do it in the pit, and we'll market it as because I mean, it'd be better, in my opinion, that would be better than grappling. I think the crowd would appreciate it more than grappling, but I'm just saying.
I think what we're doing with the pit submission series is we're going to do a proposal to add slapping to it as well. So people will be actually, if they're in a stalling position like guard or they're standing, they're allowed to slap each other with open hand palm strikes as hard as they want.
Why not just do nut pinches?
You want your nuts pinched?
No, I wouldn't grapple either, though.
Oil check
the
nut pinches.
Yeah, dude. That's why I said no
to
the
it's an actual sport. It's an actual sport called combat jiu-jitsu.
Okay, right on. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys. I know we started a little late. We took you a little late. I got to pick these winners, and then we got to roll because I know everybody's got to get on with their day. So let me just make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. There you go. Make this a little bit bigger so y'all can see. Is that easier to see? Yep. And apologies. And by the way, I apologize for like these advertisements that play. And everybody gets like weird music and pickles sing. My mom said that there was like some commercial about pickles, and it was like kind of inappropriate the other day. I didn't even know. So I apologize that Twitter Picker has got to.
This is a not safe for work show, so yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Mama Chains.
Mama Chains. Mute that speaker if it gets too crazy. All right, here we go. We're going to pick our winners. So, guys, as you know, up into the Jumbotron, the Jtron, the Nest, we've got a couple posts, but the pin post on my X profile, also the first thing that we posted up there today is, hey, fam, excited for another W3BC. Let's chat about the latest trends and topics that matter. So we're giving away $100 to 2 people. We got 2 winners. Must be following the Web3 Breakfast account, and you must be following the Gotti account, Gotti token. So those are the rules. Everything else doesn't matter. You just got to follow them, and then obviously you got to retweet it out because that's how this thing picks it. But we got 332 entries. I think that's like our second most. 331 was our second before. 360 something is our top. 380 something I think is our top actually. So continue. Here we go. Remember, I don't want to take responsibility for Twitter Picker's problems. So begin the draw. Drum roll, please. Brrr. The winners are Richard Morrison and Winter. Richie Morrison and Winter, 622. A lot of numbers. We'll see how that one goes. But congratulations to our winners. The both of you each won $100 in the Gotti token today. So congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. What else? Anything going on today? Anybody got anything you want to talk about before we go?
Nope. We'll burn those tokens and get that NFT over to you later today.
My God.
So marching away, man. 533 times more rare than Bitcoin, guys. Your Gotti's getting rarer by the day. Loving it.
Loving it.
And the ticker is Brett Gold.
And the ticker is Brett Gold. We'll be talking. Hey, if you guys want the 4 p.m. show, when I look through, I usually go through news and then numbers. I'll be talking about as all of our favorite coins that we talk about in the morning show. I talk about them on the afternoon. We look at the charts. So make sure you guys tune in. I'll have a link posted to that later on today. So thank you so much for joining us for Web3 Breakfast, guys. We come to you every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, sometimes a few minutes late, but that's all right. We took you a few minutes late today, so you got your value. You got your buck's worth. So be great. Do something great. Make yourself 1% better today than you were yesterday, and you do that for a few days in a row. Things will change for you. I appreciate you guys. We love you. Adios, amigos. We will see you tomorrow for some more Web3 Breakfast. But that's
and maybe some big news. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now, baby.